Welcome back, dear students. Today I've got with us one of my favorites, Dr. Archana, who has got a wonderful rank 6 in FET 2023. So welcome, Dr. Archana, and many congratulations on this wonderful score. Let's hear your story. Let's start with where you did your UG and PG from, and in which year did you complete your PG, Dr.
Yes.
Archana.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your congrats. Introducing myself, I did my PG from Kerala. I did it DNB, Obstetrics and Gynecology from Cosmopolitan Hospital, Toronto. Soon after completing my PG in 2021, I started my SRship in, I did 3 months of SRship in Pelfrey Hospital, then ESI Basadarapur, Delhi. Then I shifted to SRship in Safdarjung, VMMC and Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi. So right now I'm doing my SRship in Safdarjung.
Why did you shift to Delhi after your post-graduation?
Marriage. My husband was in Delhi, so after
your
marriage.
husband, and then you took up internship here. So I remember shifting from Mumbai to Delhi, and in Mumbai, what happens after your post-graduation? You're eligible for a post as AP, and SRship is not very needed in Mumbai.
Yes.
I don't know how it is right now, but 10 years ago it was like that. And I had done PG from a wonderful place, and I was so sure that I'm going to get AP ship there as soon as I reached Delhi or Chandigarh. I had shifted to Chandigarh. And then it was such a surprise to me. People did not know my college's name. Nobody respected anything about me. I was just, just after your PG, you're so proud that you've done so many surgeries, you've done so many things. And now 10 years after PG, I know that we have to learn so much at every stage.
Yes.
So it's nice that you simply went and you joined SRship. You already had an idea that you had to do SRship.
Yes.
So you joined SRship in Safdarjung. And then how was it? How did you decide that you would do FNB or you would do a supervisation?
Yes, ma'am, actually, I should thank my husband for opening my eyes about it. Even soon after my PG, he was very pertinent. I should write my FNB. So I had given my first attempt of FNB in 2020. Soon after, I finished my PG. Results were out in September, October 2021, and the FET was happening in December, Jan of 2022. So I just blindly
right from that time, you had this idea in your head that there's something called FET, you have to take the exam. Okay,
but that was with preparation. But I understood it is not that difficult. If you prepare it, you can clear it.
Yes. So that time you just got an idea that you need to prepare for it.
Yes.
All right. So when you actually started preparing, how was the preparation like? What was the source of your preparation then?
Ma'am, I was introduced to Reproneet by my husband itself. So after watching the reviews of few of the toppers, I understood, yes, I need a platform for preparation. I need a place because there's a lot to read. And you can't go from textbook to textbook. You need a platform which gives you all the contents in a capsule. So Reproneet you had a trial session also, trial videos also. I liked the app. I liked the way of teaching. I liked how the contents were given. So I had subscribed for Reproneet. So I think in 1 month, before Reproneet, because I wanted the base, I wanted to fresh up after my PG. 2 years had gone for SRship. So I wanted to freshen up my base. I did my Sakshi 1 round. Then I started with Reproneet Obstetrics. I finished in 1 month, both videos, notes, and questions. Then another 1 month, I finished my oncology in Reproneet. Then 1 month, I finished my infertility. 15 days general gynecology. So like around 3.5 to 4 months, I finished the 1 round of everything. And the textbook that I studied were like Sakshi, Reproneet, all the contents, everything, like from videos to notes to questions. There was not a page of Reproneet that was missed.
Okay, so you read everything in 1 month each, all the topics in 1 month each. So for this, you need to have a strong base. So what was your reading like in your post-graduation days? That you need to tell me now. That how did you finish all of those in 3 months? Contents that took me 3 years, I think, to complete.
That's what I was like. If you're going for a textbook, you will need a lot of time. It's the first time
you're a lot of reading.
PG, and after an session, you are always updated by yourself. So for me, obstetrics gynecology was something I had a passion for from MBBS. I had read obstetrics so many times, all the basic texts.
Even during your MBBS days.
So studying them again was not a difficult thing at all. It was easy for me.
All right. So the way you talk, you sound like a very sorted out person. Like everything is, when you're saying I have taken a lot of interviews, and even I take interviews, most of the times we fall short of words, what to say next. but your way of talking is very structured, like it has been planned. So I'm really impressed by the way you're talking. And you've given so much information in these last 3, 4 lines that even I'm not able to recollect and ask you. There was questions popping in my mind when you were telling some things. Like, yes, tell me about your husband. Which branch is he in that he had so much idea about, obstetrics and gynecology?
So actually, he's in orthopedics, but he is also somebody who parallelly helped me and support me. So he used to keep
Yes.
watching. He's also looking for FNB. He's also cracked. I mean, he has also got rank in FNB. So
So you should
parallelly,
be very proud of your husband, who's not only just supportive. People are just supportive and they brag about it that I'm so supportive, and he is somebody who's pushing you into this, pushing you into
yeah,
getting a super specialty degree.
yeah.
So you should be very proud of your husband, and you're a lucky person.
Thank you, then. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, he introduced me through your videos. So
Wow.
then I was like, chalo, I will give it a try. And once I started the pace, I mean, to trust me, it was because so there are so many other textbooks which I have not run. Direct and Hacker, I have not done. Infertility was so new to me. There were onco and infertility was new to me. Onco, yes, I had studied the basics, I knew it, but there are so many more guidelines. There are so many more things to do about. Updates have happened, stages have changed. So yes,
Yeah.
I had all of it in one platform where actually the time what you're talking about, actually Reproneet has cut short the time for me to prepare it all in just 3.5 months. Is easy because of Reproneet.
And if you decide to read Berek and Hacker, like anyone suggests you that you read a big book and you open it, you read it, you finish it, you'll not even know the updates that are there, and it'll take more than a year to finish. So reading
Yeah,
textbooks when you have decided to prepare for a super specialty exam is not,
no,
not advisable at all.
yes, yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
you believe it's nice that you trusted it from the beginning just because your husband told you that this is a platform you should follow, and you simply trusted it. So I think it was your decision. You took the trial course and you thought that this is something you can depend on, you can count on, and
Yes.
you relied on it completely. How much time would you give to reading, maybe 3 months before the exam?
Ma'am, as I told you, the first round of reading I was done in my 3.5 to 4 months. After that, I started the first round of revision, which 1 month I finished all of this obstetrics, gynecology, onco, infert rounds. First round of revision, 1 month. Second round of revision, I took 14 days, 2 weeks. After my second round of revision, I was pretty much, I mean, I believe the further revision should be focused on things that you tend to forget. So I had an idea of things that I was tending to forget by the second round. So I used to take photo of charts, stages, certain flow charts like VT charts, stages, and few other things. And I had a Telegram room where I used to update these photos. And then one-liners like formulas, values, I used to write in another book. So this Telegram group is something I used to see before I used to go to sleep. So I was having the third round was a very focused revision
This
on
this
things.
group was of how many people? How many were there? How many of you were there in
Only,
this group?
only me. I mean, it's
Okay,
not.
so
It's
you used Telegram for making notes.
yes, yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. All right. Wonderful. Nice.
So
That's a good
that
use of
actually
Telegram.
added to it.
So that's the only notes that you made. You would not write everything that you will revise these notes before the exam. Some people do like that. They write everything and just 15 days before the exam, they'll just be with their notes. So that was
I
not your way of.
I had Reproneet classes. All of the classes were attended. I had made notes of it. Yes, of course. Few classes which were very like basics, like anatomy or physiology. I used to go for the slides, and I used to make important notes from the slides. I had a note, a personalized notes of obstetrics, gynae, onco, and infertility from the Reproneet. I had revised it twice already, so I had picked up those things which I was forgetting often, and that was the
So
one
you
that we
had
go to my
concise notes. Only
yes,
those things which you would forget,
yes,
you would
yes,
put them.
yes, yes.
Wonderful. So last 1 month, how much time would you give to reading? Like every day, how much time would you read?
I should say, ma'am, last 1 month was full of MCQs. I was revising the MCQs. I had by around 1 month before I had finished all the MCQs in Sakshi, Reproneet. I was just hungry for MCQs. I was, in fact, going for I was deviating from my Reproneet and going and searching for further MCQs. That's when I understood it's a wrong thing. You should tend to revise your MCQs rather than going for new contents of MCQs.
Yes.
It will deviate you. It will just kill out your confidence. So yes, I started revising more MCQs, and your mock test was so helpful. The first mock test of yours, it I still remember the ranks. I was 14 out of the uh,
50
34
people,
students were written.
50
Yes,
to 50
that
people
was,
only give the exam. Yeah.
yes, that was in December end, I guess. Yes, it was. And again, I was like waiting for one more mock test, and thankfully it happened. It happened just 15 days before the final mock. My rank was 7 out of 54 students. So it gave me a lot of motivation, like, yes, I can do it. Because just before this final FET, I had given a foreign exam. I could not crack it. So I was really demotivated by your mock test, gave me so much of confidence. And trust me, ma'am, after the FET exam final, when I came back, the first thing I looked was I took up the mock test and I checked my rank. It was 8 out of the 94 students who had attempted. It just gave
Yeah, there was some disturbance for some time. So which test are you talking about? There were 54 students in the second mock test. And then
54 students. In that, I got seventh rank in the 54
hmm,
more students were written. So it just gave me a lot of motivation,
very
because
good.
just before this, I had given a foreign exam which I could not crack. So this mock test gave me so much motivation. Yes, I can do FET. So soon after the FET final exam, I came back home. I just went through the rank mock test again. I mean, did it change? Because of course students do right after this. So it was eighth rank of 94 students. So it gave me so much confidence. I was so much looking forward for the final result. And it is a replication itself of the mock test.
Yes, definitely. You had a very similar rank. So those mock tests, those are very difficult to make. One mock test easily takes 3 to 4 months. Like for the next exam, I have already made 10 questions. It takes a lot of time. I have to, because from every chapter, I have to pick questions. And I cannot go to all the chapters in 115 days and
Yes,
pinpoint, important points from those. So mock tests take a lot of effort. And I think 54. So you said 94 students have taken it. And then when you are into business, you count how much profit you're going to get out of it. So that sits at the back of my head. I'll spend 3 months into this, and only 50 people will take the exam. So every time students tell me that mock tests are very helpful and I should be working more on them. So a mock test, 2 mock tests before your exam is what
yes,
you suggest should be there. That's
yes.
very important. Wonderful. So I'll work on that and I'll not keep the profit
The
at the
best part of
back of
mock
my.
test was it was a replication of it. It shows you how much that actually reprobate the questions, that the recall questions do really build up your ranks for the final exam.
Wonderful. It's so nice talking with you that I really don't wish to end this meeting, but you have given a lot of information. One more thing before we end, any tip that you would want to, a few tips that you would want to give to the next batch?
Yes, ma'am. Frequent MCQs. Every day I used to start my day with MCQs. I used to do like morning start with MCQs. I used to do it till I'm tired of MCQs. And then I used to start my day. I mean, of course, the first days, initial part, finish your topics, start your revision. In the revision time, do MCQs as much as you can, because that will open up your idea about how the questions appears. Later, when I used to read theory, I already know where are the MCQs going to come from. So that idea you get only once you do MCQs. So blindly reading theory is never going to help you. Read theory first, build up your knowledge. On top of it, do n number of MCQs, which will give you an idea what are the place where they are going to focus their questions on. And yes, the third revision is a focused revision where you tend to forget. You will get to know it by the end of your second revision. So focus your third revision on things which we tend to forget.
That's a wonderful tip. The more important part in the tip was that solve MCQs after going through the videos and the notes. What happens is you've said solve MCQs, students will go without, they'll just open all the MCQs and they'll send me so many doubts. So before you send those doubts, go to the video lecture. Almost all the MCQs are explained in the video lectures. And now I'm taking classes on MCQs also. So everything is solved. If you have a doubt, send in the group. How about the Telegram group? Were you active? Did it help?
Ma'am, okay, the Reproneet Telegram group.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ma'am, it was helpful. It was helpful. The doubts were mostly discussed, but it gave me also an idea. Okay, this question, because some questions are new to me also, so it opened my eyes about,
Yes.
yes, it do gives you more idea about MCQs, because they ask you doubt in the group, because it is difficult for most of the students. So
Yes, either there's some mistake in the MCQ that I've posted in the app, or there's something. Most of the MCQs are like eye openers to me also. I missed this point and I go back and I said and I correct it. So those MCQs are helpful for me. And the best part is that the other students will also solve it. So it helps me when a student sends the doubt in the group. And if it's
yes,
an easy question, there I myself write there that please somebody answer this question. If it's not easy, I wait for someone to answer, and then nobody's answering, then I go and look for the references.
yes, mhm,
It's I would suggest that students should be a part of the group and not more in asking questions, but more involved in answering those questions. Those questions are important, and they because they are asked by people who are preparing just like you.
yes, ma'am, definitely.
Wonderful. It was so nice talking with you, Dr. Archana. I get to meet so many intelligent people during my because of kind of the profession that I'm having. So it's a
Um,
privilege to
yeah,
you.
oh my God, ma'am, it's a privilege for me to meet the mastermind behind Reproneet. It was
It's
really,
not a mastermind. I am just a diligent person. I'm a hardworking person. I keep working every day. That's what I do. Before we end, would you like to thank anyone, Dr. Archana, anyone else other than your husband? We are all
other.
thankful.
Yes. For my family who has been supporting me, my parents, my brother, my in-laws who have been always supportive, and also my teachers who is from my PG days. Dr. Sheila Shanoy ma'am, who is a retired head from Toronto Medical College. She was like a walking Williams for me. She has always told me that knowledge is power, and Dr. Devika ma'am, who has literally held my hands and taught me surgeries. And had she not taught me surgeries like that, I would have lost my confidence in surgeries. And coming to Safdarjung, where I'm doing my SRship now, I'm really happy to work with Dr. Anjali Dabral, Rekha Batra ma'am, and Jyotsna Suri ma'am, who has improved my knowledge and interest in high risk obstetrics. Really thankful to all of these teachers who are a reason why I still love obstetrics and gynecology. And last and the most important per teacher now I have Mona Lisa ma'am for introducing and bringing up something like Reproneet for all these students. Thank you, ma'am.
That's so nice. The way you thank people shows how humble you are. And for us doctors, teachers are so important. Even I was remembering the teachers that I've had through my UG and PG days and my SRship days. So it's really nice to accept that we have just learned from other people and we have to carry this on. We have to teach our juniors. So it's nice that you are thanking them. It's really nice. It's nice to
Thank,
have come across you and have had this interview with you. Wonderful, Dr. Archana.
thank you, ma'am.
We'll
Thank
stay in touch. We'll stay in touch more after this. I will be needing you more than you have needed me, because I'll need the details of your college later the next year
you. Yes,
when
I'll
schools are
be humbled to give you all the details.
open.